So I figure we want this, maybe.
And then this is our...
Yeah. Let's see. Hey guys, it's Paul, combat veteran, MMA fighter, YouTuber, and we are here with my wife. Why? Because we are painting my second Space Marine of all time and her very first. So we have, of course, our not licensed Games Workshop Space Marine proxies. As you can see, these guys are not quite Space Marines. They are from Dark Foundry is the designer, and I think Red Wing Minis, Red Stripe Minis. Anyway, I'll link it below. Those guys are the ones who actually manufacture these. Got them on Etsy. I'm going to do a full review video later this week talking about kind of the quality and what I think about the design. That's what I thought, Schultz. So you can see we got these guys primed. So yeah, we're going to get it set up. Thought if we were going to do some painting, right, that we might as well do it with you guys, right? Always fun to hang out.
Yeah, we went to an art museum this morning and I got inspired. Like I wanted to get in touch with my creative side, and Paul had just the thing.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to get in touch with your creative side without, having to, cut your ear off or, like.
That is an unnecessary stereotype of artists.
Listen, except for the one that did it. Except for the one that did it. So
he did it after he got into a fight with his best friend.
Listen, when I get into a fight with my best friend, we just don't talk for a while. Hey, thanks for coming by, Tyler. I appreciate it. Joe, it is not actually. She did an earlier stream where we looked at whether or not the Emperor of Man was a narcissist. So yeah, she helped with that analysis. Oh no. Okay, we're back. All right.
Yeah,
step away for the palette.
So maybe we can talk about my favorite colors in the Mega paint set.
Oh man, there's no shortage.
That's right. I'm gonna paint a superhuman to get in touch with my creative side. I don't know if you guys have seen this set, Army Painter Mega Paint Set. I think I might use Barbarian Flesh because it's the closest to the pink that we saw today and like the post World War II abstract expressionist paintings.
Oh yeah. No, I think that sounds like a good call.
Right,
so I will probably keep my guy as a Black Templar. Thanks, Parker. I mean, once I assemble an army, I guess I'll have to, though I don't know if they'll let me play with proxies in this day and age, right? But maybe they won't stop me.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, there's the other model I just finished that looks even more like the Doomslayer from Doom. Okay, so let's see. We also have up on another laptop here, Midwinter's guide to painting your first mini. So, we'll see if you hear him in the background. That's why. I'm probably gonna skip ahead past the primer, past trimming, because I've done all that. I've got them primed. We've cleaned the mold lines. So these guys come pre-assembled. They're 3D printed. Oh, okay, that's good, Hunter. Yeah, I assume mine probably. Okay, we got them based. We got them primed. All right, planning the paint scheme. All right, let's check it out.
Itself. Now, when your primer is dry, it's time to paint. If you're following an official color scheme, now's the time to get all of your paints together that you're going to need.
Yeah, right. If they do mind, who cares, Billy, right? That's my attitude.
If you want to make your own scheme, just use whatever colors feel right with you. There aren't really any rules here. The most important thing is that you like it. I would recommend choosing a main color.
Oh, the connection's unstable.
That works well with it and isn't too similar. If you need some inspiration, don't be afraid to look through a few books or jump on Instagram to see what color combinations other people are using. Kristen wanted to paint her Space Marine as a Hawk Lord, so she chose purple and gold.
Hawk?
Yeah.
Hawk. Oh, yes, right, this. I remember this.
Erin wanted a spooky green look on her Necron, so she chose.
I want to paint a female Space Marine.
I don't. Then you can. Who knows who's under that armor, right?
Yeah.
Now I want a traditional look with my Skitarii, so I went with red, grey,
Okay.
Let's get painting.
Oh, yeah. I think here we go.
Okay. So she's got a real plan at work. I think I'm probably going to do similar to my Black Templar. I may actually do the gun. You can see their gun is not a bolter. It almost looks like one of those scars, the U.S. military weapons. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. There he is. You see how he's kind of got like a scar? It even has the Picatinny rails. So Gage, I think mine will be a Black Templar again. Though I'm sort of contemplating just doing a different color scheme just to have fun. My wife, that's her plan. She's gonna do a custom chapter with a variety of paints.
So the
Place
first
to
step.
start is usually with your main colour. Generally, you can paint this everywhere. You don't have to be that careful, as we can paint our other colours over the top of this one.
Okay.
To make sure your paint doesn't go on too thick and obscure details, or dry with weird streaks and texture, you'll want to make sure it's thin to the right consistency. Paint straight out of the pot is often much too thick to use straight on a model, but by adding water bit by bit, it becomes smoother to work with, it covers much better, and flows from the brush more easily. Be careful you don't add too much water though, as the paint will be really hard to control and runs everywhere. Just add a little water, bit by bit, until it looks nice and silky, like this.
Okay, I need a brush.
Base coating is
Okay. So let's see. Again, it's probably here. Use this one. It's about the same size.
I'm starting with Warlock Purple, which I think that this paint maker may be colorblind, like Paul. This is pink. I think that's going to be purple.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right. So
I can just add water.
yeah, I actually dip my finger and then dip it on the edge of the paint and kind of let the consistency of the water, or let the surface tension of the water sort of blend it with the paints. Yeah, I may do the Black Templar, or I'm really considering like.
What about a Silver Templar?
Yeah, I might do him as a Grey Knight. I mean, the look. I mean, look. This looks like he should be a Grey Knight. So maybe I will do it like silver, right? I mean, if that doesn't look like a Grey Knight, what does, right? Yeah, maybe that's all I'll do. I mean, I love their look. The Grey Knights just look awesome. So yeah, let's do him as a Grey Knight. You know.
So I can just paint all over.
Yep. Yep, and you want to, yeah, as long as it's got the consistency that like it's not like washing out the details, seems to be the way to go. And here you can see.
the quantity of the brush that's big enough. You might think that you need a teeny tiny brush to paint some lines, but actually, I do the majority of my painting with size 2 brushes or bigger. To carry more paint,
So we're gonna do.
faster,
I know, paint management. Yeah. Oof.
Using a tiny detail brush.
What do I want? Okay. So we're
I'm curious. I want to hear what was everybody's like first mini that they painted. Like, how do you know where to start? Like, you just start with your favorite chapter, or like who you need most on the battlefield?
Yeah. Who are your guys' first minis that you ever painted? Okay. Yeah. So
Okay,
you
I think I
see.
got it.
All right.
I mean, I got the first step.
Yeah.
Paint
yeah,
all
yeah.
over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got it. Can do.
Okay.
Painting Space Marines is much better than painting Necrons. I admit I don't know what a Necron is, sorry.
Necron is just like, I think he's smaller, right? They're smaller, they're like bony like zombies. They're just, I think, sound like they have a lot more detail. See, Tyranids, it seems like you can't mess them up, right? Because Tyranids already look pretty weird. So it's like, you know, maybe I should do the Grey Knights in silver. You know, maybe I'll do like a blend, right? Maybe I'll do a little, you know, we'll do the Grey Knights in male, Ultramarines, and then an Imperial Knight. Oof.
What's that? Google it.
Google
King
Castellan, Imperial Knight.
Castellan.
Very Spanish. Okay, yeah, let's, here, we'll plug it. An Imperial Knight Castellan. Yes, they are.
I was advised to pick what army looked the coolest.
Mm.
Okay. That's
Okay, there's a Castillon
Oh.
Knight.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's huge. Yeah, wow.
A lot of detail.
Yeah, a lot of detail. Wow.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, we're a long way off, I think, from.
We're simple folk.
Yeah, we are simple. Yeah. Pronouncing howling griffins wrong. Yeah, right. Okay, so we're gonna do these green notes. All right. I think this may still be
You're
two.
pronouncing howling griffins wrong? Like Castillon? Castilian? I don't know, people. I speak Spanish. I know how to say Castillon. I know how to say my double L's. That's what we're talking about.
I assume that's what we're talking about. Okay, let's see. Did I?
Unless you're from Argentina, and then you don't. Then they're different.
Yeah.
So you just paint it all one color, and then you come over it with another color.
Yeah. Then we'll hit the other details with different stuff. I think that's the plan. Just base coat it. The Howling Griffins. I don't even know. I have no idea who the Howling Griffins are.
Last weekend we went to essentially a family reunion, and Paul's Warhammer knowledge came in really well. You really were able to connect with your sister-in-law's brother, who is also like a Warhammer fan, right?
Yeah. He was like a general all-purpose nerd fan, so he seemed to know all the nerd stuff. You know, one of those all-purpose nerds.
He seemed somebody with a lot of attention to detail. Like he had just gotten into smoking meat, so he brought 10 pounds of brisket.
Oh yeah, and he had like his own Bitcoin mining operation. He was like renting it out to Bitcoin miners.
Okay, so I'm inspired today. Okay, so today we went to the modern, we went to the National Gallery of Art, and they have the East Wing, which is like the modern gallery. And so I am inspired by like the post-World War II. And so what they would do is they would do bright colors. So I'm using Warlock Purple, but then they would also do like muted colors. So you would have bright colors, but they were muted to represent the isolation of the post-World War experience. So I was gonna use green, but I think that's too bright. I think I'm gonna do pink, Warlock Purple, yellow, and Barbarian Flesh. But I think I may need like a dark black or some type of darker color for accent. I'm actually not as artistic as Paul, so we're gonna see. But if you guys have suggestions, like I feel like I need like a dark color for the weapons and maybe like the shin guards. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did the Templar. Thanks, Mateo. Yeah. We appreciate it. Appreciate you passing on through. You can hear the unmuted, unmuffled sound of motorcycles passing by our apartment. If you've watched enough videos, I'm sure you've heard several. I know I'm just kind of winging it on this gray night. Like I'm doing obviously all silver, gold trim. Might do a little bit of red or white here and there. But I'm hoping that a base coat of silver is the direction I want to take this. Those damn white scars.
That's a white scar.
I had a chapter of Space Marines that ride motorcycles because of course they would have a chapter of Space Marines that ride motorcycles in the future. I mean, I as a general principle take issue with the idea that warfare in the 41st millennium is gonna have motorcycles as a central feature when like modern warfare is like recognizes correctly that motorcycles are sort of pointless on the battlefield.
But that's just like so classic sci-fi. Like I think of like Star Wars or other, like motorcycles just look cool.
That's true, like the speeder bikes from Star Wars, you know? Yeah, the motorcycle, like, yeah, motorcycle variant is just, yeah, you're right, it shows up everywhere. Yeah, the other thing they say is to do 2 thin coats. So like we've done a good job, I think, thinning our paints. So we're definitely going to want to just hit a second base coat.
Does it dry fast?
We wanted a techie Space Horse for the Space Marines. Yeah, I found that these acrylic paints dry pretty fast.
You need to create a horse. What is it? The Space Marines have 3 hearts or something? Shit.
Keep on painting somewhere. If it does not have to look like from a pro, it looks halfway good from an arm length away, it's good to go. That's good. That's great, because that's the only standard I can achieve. And even that, as long as you like take off your glasses and hold it an arm's length away.
You're selling yourself short. Your other one looks pretty good.
Thanks. It's hard when you have like the Instagram painters where you're just like, oh, they're really actual like masters of a craft, right? Like, and that's always like hard to, I don't know if hard to stomach is the right word, but it's like hard to be like, wow, there's these masters, and I'm like sort of, you know, a total absolute beginner. The saying is good from afar, but far from good. Yeah, well, that'll definitely be my my proxy Grey Knights. But here's the nice thing. Here's the best thing about playing with proxies is they don't have to be, right? Like if I literally, this is just all practice, right? None of these are going to be final Space Marines, right? They, you know, I'll use them if I want to. If I really hate them, I'll just repaint them. And if I like them, I'll just order more, you know? I mean, I think literally I spent a total of $25 for a squad of 5. I have a painted army on the table. I'm way at it. Really? Do you guys see a lot of painters who just prime their armies and field them? What happened?
I'm like, I'm getting old.
I know. Oh, this is the other thing where I'm just like, what angle do I have to hold them to paint and see what I'm doing properly?
Well, I'm very nearsighted, and with the glasses, it was hard to see closer. Which is not something I've experienced with words, like reading yet.
Yeah, no, this I've definitely had that, even though I can read. I mean, I can read good, but no, I don't have a problem like reading up close. But yeah, doing this, I was like, oh man, definitely want that. Another stream they recognized. You know, they said they're like, get a magnifying glass as you paint, which I think may be sound advice if I have to do like a proper army.
So do you think I should paint the gun Warlock purple too, or if I'm gonna paint it like, I think I may paint the gun like silver?
Yeah, then I would hold off. I would just paint it silver, like paint the whole gun silver. Yeah, as though that's like the base of the gun. Yeah, like I may paint the gun like a black, just to give it some contrast from the Grey Knight or the silver of the Knight himself. How many minis has Paul painted? This is my second. Toast 1 Eldar child, and that's all everyone remembers. Right. You save 1,000 lives and you roast 1 baby, and then you're the baby roaster. But, you know, maybe you shouldn't have done that thing with the baby, right?
Wait, who roasted a baby?
One of the Primarchs. Which one was it? Vulcan? Seems like a Vulcan move.
That's dark.
Yeah.
That's so dark.
I mean, I feel like if you lived like 1,000 years, eventually just like all life would just sort of, all like life that didn't live 1,000 years would just sort of seem like petty and disposable.
It was a Xeno's baby, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, all right, you and the Emperor can hang out and talk about hating everything.
I spent my weekend rewatching the Twilight movies, which is clearly related to Warhammer, but that's kind of like the point of vampire films too, right? They've lived so long that they don't have to like cherish human life And that's why Edward is so weird, because he loves Bella so much and she's just a human.
Mm.
Humanity first. Proud is the first one to recognize this quote.
Oof, I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, I'll take whatever tips you got. I mean, again,
Yeah,
our primary guide is going to be Midwinter Minis, like painting your first model, because he keeps it pretty accessible. But yeah, no knowledge. No, we're not going to turn down any more knowledge or expertise, especially from someone who's kind of been there, done that a little bit, you know.
Like, how do you paint the Space Marine's boots without getting the color on the base? Besides very carefully.
I mean, you can use a smaller brush if you want. We have lots of finer point brushes. No, somebody says that your wife's figure looks very good so far.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, the hardest part for me about these is that you can't do them in sub-assemblies, right? You just, if you want to paint under the nooks and crannies, you just got to get in there.
Okay. I think I've done my first layer. I guess, but not all of it is like very even. That's why I do a second layer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, he's like, you just paint on the base. It doesn't matter as you'll paint over it. That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, right.
Okay. So wait, what do you put on it afterwards? Like another color?
Sometimes they'll actually do like fake terrain. So like you might cover it in like an adhesive and then sprinkle sand on it, and the sand binds to it, so it looks like your Space Marine is on sand. Or you can do it with gravel, or you can paint on like a really matte finish, so it looks like, I don't know, maybe they're like walking through like a temple or a building or a tile floor. I like watching stuff. Oh, especially Penny from
Okay.
Midwinter Minis. Okay, all right. I didn't realize Midwinter Minis also subjected his spouse.
And that's just part of marriage. It's like, I joke that Paul listens to me talk about work so much that he's like practically a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Like, I'm a psychiatrist for context, and I'm always teaching him, and he learns a lot. He just like listens and retains.
Right. Now that's how I know that the Emperor is
a narcissist.
Is probably a narcissist. Right? I know the DSM criteria. I feel like there was a video fairly recently where I discussed at some length the DSM criteria for like bipolar or something. We discussed this in a video, I think.
You and me?
No, me and the other, I don't know.
You talked a lot about PTSD when you did that Making a Space Marine.
Oh yeah, yeah, we did. I don't know.
Yeah, you.
I talked to the people who were in the chat, I suppose.
So when do you guys do your painting? Do you guys have painting hours, or is it just like so many hours that you spend a week, or is it like just when you're bored? Like, I always want to know, like, when people set aside time to do really intricate hobbies like this. I do not have the patience to do this on a regular basis.
Chris L says, remember the sand to us is gravel to the mini. So if we want sand, it needs to be closer to a powder.
Oh, that's a good
point, yeah.
Are you looking forward to the Dune movie?
I've seen like maybe one of the trailers, so I really don't know. I'm gonna wait and see what the reviews say. I'm always a skeptic.
Paul doesn't like movies. He doesn't like to spend money on something that he's not sure is going to be good.
Sitting still, like if a movie's terrible, they got you. You're trapped there for 2 hours. He said, I used to procrastinate, paint up a bunch of stuff in preparation for the local rogue trader tournament. That's a great method. If you wait till the last minute, it only takes a minute.
Is that a saying?
Yeah, it's a saying from the military. If you wait till the last minute, it only takes a minute. Going to the movies is also a $100 commitment. I mean, honestly, like you're exaggerating a little, but sometimes it's like it is a financial commitment in the sense of like if you want to move, if you want tickets and you want popcorn and a soda, and there's 2 of you, and you each want one of popcorn and a soda and movie tickets, you're in for a good $50 here in the States.
Wait, so Joel Scholes, what are you studying? You're painting minis after your studies. Oh, shoot, I think I did what they said, which was not to paint over the details.
Not to paint over.
Like Midwinter Mini said, don't paint so thick that you paint over the details.
Oh yeah. Well, if you got the paints thin, you should be okay. We'll do a second layer of silver on this gray knight, and then we'll do black for his. Also, if you want, I can dump a little water in that center one just to make it a little. You can dip your brush off. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm about to do John.
Oh.
Joel's studying English and biology to be a teacher. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, before the pandemic, I subscribed to this like AMC members, like $20 a month, and I would go with a friend, and that did keep it like that kept a movie habit kind of cheap, like especially because we would like go on the weekdays and we didn't always like get stuff to eat. We would just like meet and go to the movies. So if you really love movies, I recommend it, like one of those subscription passes.
Yeah, no, I mean, the director does make me optimistic because I really liked Blade Runner 2049.
Who is the director?
Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, so I'm sort of optimistic, but 2049 was good both because the script was, like, the director definitely helped. The cinematographer, though, really, I think, carried it. And the script was a big part of it, right? The script was like smart. It wasn't like a cash grab. It wasn't like rolling out fan favorite characters just to roll them out. I mean, it did some of that, but it actually like did what the original Blade Runner did, which is and what all good sci-fi does was like make a point about the real world, and humanity, right? I will call myself Warlord Paul when I'm done with my army. Well, I mean, you call myself Warlord Paul now, but you gotta, what good is a warlord without a poorly organized, ill-disciplined militia,
You would know after your time in Afghanistan.
Yeah, right. Saw no shortage of poorly organized militia there. gauge. I know. I feel like, I mean, I too have at least one other set of models that I purchased from another third-party seller that I have to like assemble and then do a review on and paint. But you know what? There's no reason to paint faster than you can like enjoy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a hobby, right? So you should enjoy every part of it. I'm hoping GW will make a Warhammer 40K movie. I mean, I think they're waiting to see if Warhammer Plus takes off for them.
What is Warhammer Plus?
That's their streaming service.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because of why they're like
Going after all the
going
small.
after the
Yeah, so it's like if that doesn't do well, then I mean they'll probably recognize that they wasted their time.
But are they creating? Are they? Somebody says no, they don't want a movie. I made a good one.
No, I mean listen, they can't make a good game for Warhammer. They just want to make mobile cash grabs. So like why would we at all expect Games Workshop to go for a high quality film?
But what would the plot of the film be?
Yeah, what do you guys think would make a good Warhammer 40K film, right? Something that like a lay audience can see and get into, but would still be like fan service. Like what would be the best one? Like what would be the best like plot generally, or like simplified version of the plot?
That has to be sort of like relatable to a lay audience, or else they won't make enough money.
Right, exactly. And so it's got to be able to be like, okay, an easy to understand connection to like the Warhammer 40K universe. So it can't be like that esoteric. Yeah, I'm with you, Beta. I think Reamdu and Hell's Reach is just the way to go. The Indominus Crusade. See, I feel like the Indominus. Yeah, Ultramarines versus High Fleet Behemoth. Yeah, I think that's a good one. How do I super chat team? Cadia could be good too. Cadia could also be good, I think. Super chat is one of the options. You see how you've got like a icons in the chat. There should be one that's like, I think it's like a dollar symbol. That's true. Yeah, like a good Imperial. I mean, because everyone knows, forces of humanity. Yeah, fight against alien invaders. Like, so the Guard would be understandable, right? But then without the Space Marines.
But who's humanity? Isn't that the point in the grim dark? In the grim dark, there is only darkness. Or
yeah. Yeah, right. I mean, some of a Tyranid story would be good, and for the reasons you're describing. But I think the liability is that like you have to find this balance where you're telling people a story that they don't need to be Warhammer 40K lore experts, but you also want them to get a story that lets them see like kind of the magic of 40K, right? It's got to be grimdark, maybe Eisen. Hey, thanks, Tama.
Thanks. Primarch Origin movie.
That might be good too. Yeah, the Primarch Origin movie might be good. We got our base coat in.
What base coat is on?
Yeah, I'm just giving it a once over, checking to make sure I got all the details. I mean, again, I can always like go back, but to make sure I got all the nooks and crannies, Oh yeah, maybe an Acolyte becoming a Space Marine would be good. A Hive City one might also be good. The problem is like you have this like becoming a Space Marine, right, is the start of like the adventure, The Battle of Ulmor. Yeah, it would be so hard, right? There's so much. I mean, you may have to do it yeah, maybe the Emperor would be the way to go, right? Because he's like the most fantastic character, and he's sort of central to understanding. Maybe even like a Unification Wars movie.
Which is kind of like, I mean, I guess like people didn't know like Star Wars lore before there were Star Wars movies. So it's
That's a
like
good
you
point.
just introduce like something like the Emperor or the Primarch's like origin story, and then like you can go from there. Would it be all CGI?
Yeah, who would make a good Emperor of Man? Like what actor? Right? That would be the real challenge.
Hmm.
Maybe Javier Bardem. I could see him like clean shaven, give him a very, very long wig. Right? He's got kind of already kind of got that like regal demeanor, but definitely would channel some of the Emperor's like cold heartedness, right?
Yeah, like in No Country for Old Men.
Right. Like his ability to channel that like calculated evil, I think is pretty essential to playing the Emperor. Yeah, do you think you could get me oh my gosh, a chopstick?
Yeah.
You gotta play Archangel Gabriel and The Rock, Danny DeVito. Okay, that's also an option. No.
I mean, in order for The Rock to do it, then it would need to be bought by Disney, because I think that's his new
Oh yeah.
contract. A lot of chocolate.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Henry Cavill may be good. Schwarzenegger may work. Oh, Christopher Waltz would be a great Inquisitor or Commissar. Awesome. Thank you. There's a tiny little like knob of resin right there by the gun, and I can't. I don't want to like snap it off. I do just want to be rid of it. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, looks good.
Thanks.
Silver looks really good.
Yeah, I'm like pretty
Wow.
pleased.
Oh, maybe I'll do silver wash.
Oh wait, I don't know if we have a silver wash.
It looks really good.
Yeah, a Chaos Space Marine movie would be really hard. Because like you could make them relatable. Here, we'll show you what I've got so far with the Grey Knight. Yeah, there you look. There it is. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good, man. I really do.
I feel inferior.
No. Show them yours. Show them yours. Yeah, you just gotta get really close so that you block out the light. Oh wait, there it is. Lower hand, closer.
You can see it. It's okay.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm gonna do the gun in black because I think the black firearm look is the way to go. Yeah,
I think it's like silver. I think I'm gonna do my gun in silver.
Okay. Oh, a Gaunt's Ghost movie might actually be good, right? Because Gaunt's Ghost like routinely fight all sorts of like critters and things all over the Imperium, right? So, okay, you can use that silver actually. It's already like. Yeah, because they encounter Chaos Space Marines, right? Gaunt's Ghost. They go on all your Dinklage's Emperor, yeah. Russian Doomer, hey man, we appreciate you dropping by, right? Yeah,
definitely go to bed. We all need 6 to 8 hours of sleep at least.
There you go. You can say your unofficial psychiatrist may or may not have told you to get a good night's sleep.
It's essential.
It's important. Someone on the internet claiming to be a psychiatrist said you need to get a good night's sleep.
Well, I literally bought $50 worth of skincare products based on somebody who was just claiming to be an expert. So
there you go.
We all do it.
No one's above it. I may have. Yeah, I may have watered down this black paint a little bit too much. Let's see. If I got to do a second layer, I just do a second layer, right?
Oh no! Oh, I see the details. I didn't notice that his hands are on the gun.
Well, you just paint over the hands with pink again.
Well, I guess I want his skin to be another color.
Well, I think he has his hands are armored gloves, right?
Okay.
Oops, I just painted over his finger. Jared Leto as Night Hunter. When I learned all the things sleep deprivation does to you, short and long term, it was terrifying. Yeah, sleep deprivation's for real.
Good luck with 4 kids. Yes, this is something that Paul and I actually discuss on a regular basis. I made it through medical school and residency with a lot of sleep deprivation, so I feel like well prepared to have children, but Paul is really grumpy if he doesn't get enough sleep. So I'm sure that's going to be a fun time for us when we finally have children. Tama, how do you cope with 4 to 6 kids? Sorry, not 4 to 6 kids. 4 children not getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Just make those kids paint Warhammer minis to get them to go to sleep.
As punishment.
I haven't seen Jared Leto in a movie in a long time. Is Jared Leto? Is he the guy who was in Requiem for a Dream?
Jared Leto was Joker in Coffee. Coffee. Yeah. Jared Leto's a Tyranid seems more appropriate.
I don't think I saw the Batman after the one with Heath Ledger.
Or he was in Suicide Squad, right? He was Joker in Suicide Squad. But he was not in Birds of Prey, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's the only Suicide. I saw the last Harley Quinn movie, but I haven't seen Suicide Squad.
Okay. Oh man, painting.
Who's that?
Is it cheat stealing, right? Joe Rogan is anger on. Oh man, Joe Rogan wouldn't be a good anger on. I don't know. I couldn't take an angry Joe Rogan seriously for a variety of reasons.
I can barely take Joe Rogan seriously when he does MMA commentary.
I know, right?
His oversized black shirts. You're always like, "Come on, man, buy a shirt that fits."
Well, he can't because
Why
this
not?
is the roid gut, you know.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. If you take a lot of HGH, it's been known to cause like this weird distension of a lot of people's guts.
I guess that makes sense. Like when you take like prednisone or like corticosteroids,
Yeah.
you get like a little Homer Simpson gut.
Yep. Yeah, but that's the exact same thing. I mean, it probably literally is the same thing. Okay, let's see if I can just precision paint.
Wow, painting the back of this gun is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I keep having to change the angle that I'm holding it. I mean, thankfully, it requires the least precision because it's like, you know.
Joe Rogan commentating the fight between Horus maybe, and the Emperor.
He heard him. Just Joe Rogan yelling, he heard him back and forth again and again. You mean the fight between Sanguinius and Horus, right?
Ooh, Keanu Reeves as Corvus Corax. I don't know who Corvus Corax is, but yeah.
Corvus Corax is like the emo Primarch.
Yeah.
Right.
Keanu Reeves. What do I have to say about Keanu Reeves?
He was in John Wick. He was good in John Wick.
I mean, yeah, he's got that like silent, strong, like emotive look. Yeah, I like Keanu.
Yeah, I think he'd be good as Corvax. True film with an Inquisitor. Yeah, I think an Inquisitor, like maybe like a new Inquisitor, or like what do they call the Inquisitor assistants, right? Like you get one of them, and so he's kind of like the proxy for the audience, where everything has to be explained to him or her, right? The Inquisitors. No, Inquisitors are not gender segregated. They're not like the Sisters or the Space Marines. So you can have male and female Inquisitors. You can have male and female guardsmen, male and female commissars.
That's over on the face.
It's okay. Just you know, as Midwinter Minis has repeatedly said, you go back and forth all the time. Don't worry too much about it. I need his soothing voice. Painting him is not difficult. It's not painting a Harlequin troop. Oh my god, a Harlequin troop sounds awful. They're like artisanal combat circus elves. They're just.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. Too many outfits.
I gotta say these resin look really good with silver on them. Like now I want to do all the accents in silver.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's a good idea because these guys look like Grey Knights. Like they really, other than the fact they don't have all the Grey Knight like iconography, but other than that, Band, please Starship Trooper style Imperial Guard movie. All art requires pain. All art requires pain. Thank you. Sometimes that's the message you need, right? And you know what? As long as we have all of our ears at the end of this, We're doing okay. Jacqueline's like, it's not funny, but it is. But it is still funny. Self-harm. You're right. Self-harm is not funny. It's not that funny. Man, there's 43 people in the chat. Which I appreciate you guys coming to the chat, despite the fact this has the worst lighting on all of YouTube because we have to see our minis. No, that's the thing.
Oh, I need more lighting.
Oh, okay, yeah, get more lighting then. Oh yeah, this is much better.
Fun fact about this light. We stole it from an open storage unit after it had been abandoned for 2 months.
Yeah. It was abandonware. Your wife is a doctor. You are the Ben Shapiro of the Army. Congrats on her doing medical school and mother. Well, we're not.
Oh, I'm not a mom yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
I'm not even a dog mom because Paul doesn't want to get a dog. I'm not resentful.
And I am not the Ben Shapiro of the Army because I am over 5 feet tall.
Yes, you are. I can attest to that. Okay, I've decided that pink and metallic is the way to go. Is there a gold?
Yeah, we have gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna touch up a couple of details here, like the back of his boots. Okay. And it's actually hard. I keep looking in the crevices, and I'm always just like, another plate you missed, Paul. But I know it's at the base coat, so I can't beat myself up too badly over it. But I'm also like, yes, I can. I can beat myself up over anything. More boys for the war, yeah. I say dragging hoes when I hit them with my sword, then the tables will be flipped. Oh yeah, I think these Grey Knights are gonna get the joints in black. Like I said, I'm just focusing on base coating, and then we'll go from there, right?
Wait, what are you doing right now?
What are we doing right now? I'm doing
the gun.
a second coat of black on the gun. Just because it's looking a little on the thin side, but that's more like my
I'm like, why did they design this so that this guy's face is turned and so close to his shoulder pad? Like, how are you supposed to get in there?
We have smaller brushes. Like we have some really fine brushes if you want them.
Okay.
Will one of these help you? I mean, this is like throwback to your surgery rotations. Like this is actually probably like laparoscopic surgery small. Might just need a wet brush. Oh, be all right.
Well, it was very small. Yeah, I guess that would help.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play any miniature war games?
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, my thing right now, I'm just enjoying painting. Like I'm just enjoying the creative act of painting a mini. That's why obviously the first guy was a Black Knight, right? This guy is a Black Templar. This guy's a Grey Knight. You know, I'm not like, I don't want to say burdening myself, but I'm not like getting hung up on, oh, I got to build an army to fight with, you know? There's always just one more part.
Oh, the nooks and crannies why I paint parts individually, because some of them come not assembled.
Yeah, I think it's actually like more common to see them.
Yeah, this is hard. I mean, you know, I'll get through it, but.
Charles Dance as Commissar Yarrick. I don't know who Charles Dance is, but I feel like Yarrick is the one who like keeps trying to just be a coward, but he ends up constantly being like a hero of the Imperium, right? He keeps trying.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah, he apparently has a wildly popular series about this character who like is completely self-interested and like a complete coward and just keeps like becoming a hero and doing the right thing. All right, so I feel like this guy's based pretty well. Based. Oh, he played Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones. Okay, let's see if we can get this cam on camera.
Oh yeah, Paul didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I know what you're talking about. He's a good. He was a surprisingly good evil guy.
Trying to get this thing to focus on my Space Marine. How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? I'm trying to get it to like focus on the part that's moving.
Do you need more light?
I don't know if I need more or less. It may just not be happening.
We come at it again.
Yeah, let's try this again. There he is. Yeah, whew, that's a Grey Knight if there ever was one. Oh, I'm thinking of Caiaphas Cain. Oh, Yarrick is the guy who lost his arm in the War for Armageddon. Yeah. The War for Armageddon, like part 3 of 12 or whatever it ended up being. Okay, let's see.
Now we've got our main colour down, but before we start adding our accent colours, painting weapons and stuff like that, at this point you might want to do something called dry brushing to add quick highlights to your main
Oh,
colour.
thanks. Cain is thanks, Lord Commissar. Cain is who I. What do you mean? Yarrick is the one who fights orcs. Yeah, Yarrick was in Hell's Reach, right? He was the one-armed commissar. I may have just painted the Grey Knight Marine silver. Every piece of artwork I've seen, the Grey Knights have this like gorgeous silver armor, right, with the gold accents. I refuse to paint them anything else. Yarrick is what the Emperor thought of when he pictured the perfect human. Have I heard about the White Templars? Okay, so this is saying we should do the dry brush.
Okay, I didn't dry brush. I mean, I already started on
Before we
accent,
actually
so it might
start
be
dry
kind of late for
brushing, we
me.
need a lighter version of your main colour.
I mean, it's
You
not
can
too
obviously
late.
buy a dedicated paint just for this, but don't
Okay, so this says a lighter version of your main color. So probably I'm gonna get some white. And we'll just,
Is there a lighter color?
yeah, oh no, we'll mix
purple?
white and your purple.
Oh.
Yeah, just do like a little drop of white and like 2 of purple, and then we'll dry brush with it. Oh, interesting. Okay, he thinks orcs think he's super strong because he's such a good, like, so effective. Yeah, Castrarian, thank you. I will paint these guys exactly how I want. Okay.
I'm sorry, what is the point of doing this?
Here, we'll let him. I'll let Midwinter Minis.
You can mix your own on your palette. So for Aaron's Necron, we mixed a slightly lighter grey by adding a bit of white to the main colour she used. For Kristen's Space Marine, we added a bit of white and a tiny bit of red to the purple to make it a warmer pink. And I'm adding a bit of yellow to my red to make it a little bit brighter and richer. Now we've got the right colour, let's start dry brushing. Grab a large brush like this with big soft bristles and dab it in the paint on your palette. Now start wiping it on your kitchen paper, working the paint into the bristles and moving it around until almost no paint is coming off from the paper. Now start sweeping your brush gently back and forth across the model. The lighter paint will only capture the raised and prominent areas, leaving your original base colour in the recesses. As you can see, this is a really quick way of adding texture and bringing out detail. It might seem funny doing it now, as we've only got one colour on the model, but as you can see, this is quite...
Okay, so let's see. We're just gonna mix this up a little for a nice light gray, light silver. Oh yeah, no. I totally acknowledge that orc power does not work like that, but it would be hilarious if it did, right?
Is this how you got like the galvanized steel look on your other one?
Yeah, but I did that by accident because it was like backwards. Like the galvanized steel gave me like a backwards dry brushing kind of vibe. Okay, let's see what we get. Just running it back and forth across everything. Okay, this may be too white because you see it's losing. Well, yeah, it's losing a lot of its like.
That's more silver.
Yeah, this dry brushing. No, this is still. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think this may be too thick.
I added some more silver.
Oh,
but-
thanks. Yeah, I think I may just be putting this on a little too thick, right? Let's see.
Yeah, it is kind of an interesting concept, I guess.
Yeah. We're gonna try this again. Okay, yeah, that looks more silver. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, it's better. It's an improvement. Yeah, I think it's maybe an improvement. It's hard, man. Yeah, that white on metallic silver really isn't a great look. I almost wish I had. Okay, let's kind of work it out. Are you sort of seeing the effect?
Yeah, I do. It looks good on the bottom. I sort of lightened everything more than I wanted, I guess, like you're experiencing, but
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Army and Doctor is a great tactic in combination. If somebody breaks in your house, you can torture him while your wife keeps him alive.
Okay, that's not the direction I was thinking about when I married her, but you know, it's not an idea. Yark is actually Gork testing Gazpool to see if he's worthy. Is Gazpool just the guy who decided to empower Yorick? Is he like the god of like, I don't know, courage or something? But I feel like the god of courage would probably just be Korn, right?
I thought Korn was the god of chaos.
Yeah, he's a chaos god, but sometimes they have these like sort of I don't know, sort of okay guy aspects, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Actually, just going to David O'Donovan's that's comment reminds me more of my father, who is also a doctor and a gun collector.
There you go. Okay, you know, I was a little skeptical, but yeah, it looks all right. See, it's kind of cleaned up.
Geez, mine look like mine. I feel like I may have done it, like I lost even more of the details.
I don't know. I think it pops a little bit more.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Plot armor is the true Dark Age of technology thingamajig. Okay, so we've dry brushed this guy. Looks all right.
What's next?
Let's see.
Having met some
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna dry. Well, should I dry brush? Yeah, I'm gonna dry brush real quick. Just use a little black, just a little bit. Dry brush the front of the weapon. Yeah, just do a drop of white.
Is your silver still dry brush tone?
Yeah, it's a lighter silver. Yeah. Yeah. Does it still look too grayish?
I think maybe like the gun is not. Let's say that. There's like so many details that it doesn't help. I don't know. It still seems wet. Maybe the gun is wet.
Mm.
That's the problem. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Let's see, this black still looks pretty white. See if that helps. Oh, thanks, Gage. There's a D&D character sheet I want to fill, and I gotta find out the multi-classing aspect. Oh god, D&D is the most technical tabletop game ever created, and I I respect the players, especially the guys who have like 30 year, been playing campaigns for like 30 years together. But
like the professional dungeon masters.
yeah, right. See ya, Saber. Thanks for coming on. Okay, there you go. This looks like an
Later.
appropriate dry brushing thin to black. Let's see. Okay.
I'm just gonna
Alright, I'm
move
just gonna.
forward on some of my details.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. This dry brushing seems to be going much better. Oh my god. Yeah, it really seems to actually be doing what it's supposed to, which is making everything kind of pop. Yeah, I like that. I think that's looking good. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay. Let me just refresh.
If you've
I'm
already
missing
painted some
anything.
other colours, it would be really hard not to paint over them accidentally while you do this.
The dry brushing made it look so sick. It was really good. But don't use too much. Dry brushing was really, it looked really cool when you put it on. What obviously was really good, it looked like more real, kind of.
Now you've got a nice textured main colour on your model. Let's go back to our standard brush and start blocking in the other colours we'll be using on the model. For the legs, torso and face of my Spitari, I'm going to paint them a military grey colour. Again, get the paint on your palette so it's nice and thick.
Okay, we'll do some details. All right. You are weak, Vulcan. Okay, now for the part that I'm really looking forward to, which is, okay, so I think I'm going to do, there's a lot of details to be done here. We're going to do some gold. You know me, I love gold. Yeah. I'm going to give this bad boy some gold trim shoulder pads.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right? Just thin it out a little bit. Maybe too thin, but yeah.
Okay, I'm painting the shin guard silver. Oh, this is difficult. Whew.
I know. No, this is what
Damn.
this is what the starving artist feels like. You just don't have time to do anything else. Oh, you have a small brush. Okay. I was about to start painting with my regular size brush. I was like, it's so hard. I'm like, yeah, it's not the right brush. All right. Let's give our Gray Knight. Okay. So we're gonna give first. Thankfully, it's really sort of obvious where he needs his gold trim to go.
Shyamalan, you don't have to worry. Well, how much were these brushes? We don't have an artistic background. Paul just bought these brushes on Amazon.
Yeah.
How much were they?
I think that they were $12. I'll be shocked.
$12. They're actually pretty nice brushes. I mean, I've never painted miniatures, but they're like nicer than, because I did like some watercolor. I went through a watercolor phase. Not that I'm very good, but the brushes that I bought through the watercolor were like so cheap. Like, these are much nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna paint the joints of his boots green.
Okay.
No, yellow. Gold. Maybe yellow gold.
Yeah, this gold trim is gonna look awesome. There's the level of like precision.
Greedy gold. It's ridiculous. Okay.
I think old Games Workshop has all the good names for.
Am I the only one who thinks that Star Wars and Warhammer are exact opposites?
Because the good guys win in Star Wars, and whereas in Warhammer there are no good guys at all. There are no good guys to speak of.
That's the point, right?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the central point of Warhammer is everyone is bad. Right? Everyone's just degrees of bad.
Like the real world.
Like the real world. Oh man, this is just a level of precision. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm like showing you guys the top of my head. I'm sure this is a really interesting stream, but I just need this trim to be just right.
Odin is Space Odin.
Odin is Space Odin?
Is Odin, wait, I thought Odin was in Norwegian.
Yeah, is there a Space Odin equivalent in Warhammer? I don't think so. No, they're creating a bunch of media so people buy in ordinarily expensive pieces at the merch store. Oh yeah. Exactly the same on the back end of business side. Oh yeah, the like endlessly deep lore that they all rely on to kind of like make new characters. The only thing that Star Wars does that, thank God, Warhammer does not, Star Wars creates cutesy characters to merchandise like it's going out of style. Like you can't make a Star Wars movie without some cutesy character.
Like Chewbacca?
I was thinking more like that droid, the one that rolls around on a bouncy ball.
RJ-D2?
R2-D2 as well. And then they made the new one in the new movies. It was like BB-8, I think it's called. But again, it appeals to children and to adults with...
Was Star Wars always Disney?
No, Star Wars was originally like kind of a low-budget production, like a Flash Gordon type sci-fi movie. And then it was owned by Lucasfilm, and then Disney bought it and like revived it basically. Because like when it was under Lucasfilm, it had a lot of games, it had the novelizations, but it was never. After the prequels, it just sort of did its own thing, and then Disney bought it and was like, we can turn this franchise into money. Oh yeah, look at the gold on silver in that.
Yeah, looks good. With the dry brushing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a real knight.
Yeah, a real gray knights. Quote real, unquote.
Mine looks like it was painted by a child.
Let's see. When you do the wash, I think it'll really help. Hey, thanks, Lord Commissar. If we're talking about the Primarch Leman Russ return from the war after 10,000 years, he's basically a Thor-like character. Oh, you're right. Leman Russ is their like Thor. He's like the leader of the Space Wolves, who are like these extremely Nordic mythology inspired Space Marine chapter that also turn into wolves because of course they do.
Wait, in Warhammer?
Yeah, in Warhammer.
They turn into wolves?
Sort of. They get increasingly wolf-like over time. Right? Or am I confusing them with someone else who turns into an... Because the Blood Angels go crazy over time. Like they descend into a rage-filled madness over like a long enough timeline, but the Space Wolves actually like become more wolf-like, right? Like they get the... All right, see you, Tama. Thanks for coming out, man.
Get some sleep, Tama.
Doctor's orders.
Lockdown and shopping calls. Oh no. I don't like the yellow, but that's okay.
You mean the gold?
No, I mixed yellow and gold together thinking it would be like more of a metallic yellow, but it didn't really come out as I hoped.
You want to darken it, I think. Yeah, when the light catches the gold right, you're like, wow, and then normally you're just like, whatever. So name it. Space wolves are basically space werewolves, and blood angels are space vampires. Okay, this actually helps a lot.
I'm laughing because like right before we started the stream, we were having the conversation about like how every good franchise like has werewolves and vampires, and so clearly Warhammer knows what's up to. You know, are you Team Jacob or are you Team Edward?
Are you Team Leman Russ or are you Team Sanguinius? Same exact thing. Literally the same.
Wow, that's a lot of lore above my head. What if Russ drank from the well of
Zeech, gaining incredible knowledge and understanding. I didn't know Zeech had a well he would let you drink from. Or do you just mean if he was corrupted by Zeech? Also, I feel like Zeech doesn't understand anything, right? Like, he's just like a trickster god. But, like, he may not be party to actual, like, superior knowledge. He may just be an asshole. Right, where somebody is like, it's like this happens a lot in jiu-jitsu, where when you catch somebody in a submission, especially someone who's better than you, they'll then retroactively be like, oh, that was my plan all along. I was just letting you work. I wanted to see if I could get out of that position. I feel like that's a very Zeech move, where he's just like, oh, my entire plan was to be defeated by the Space Wolves again. And you're just like, I think you're just losing there.
Why would somebody want to be defeated?
As some sort of larger plan to, like, I don't know, trap your enemy or build their confidence up or something, right? See, okay, do you think his mask would look good in gold? See, I feel like that may look a little bit like, look at my face. Because the gold trim looks really good. Russ is sparse.
I think you should do a blackface.
The black mask,
Maybe.
huh? Yeah.
No, like a visor.
Oh, like in the visor.
Because you're gonna do. Where else are you gonna do gold? On the belt?
I may do the belt. I may do the like circular parts of the joints gold.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I think maybe with the gold, less is more. You know, because I'm gonna do the leather studs as either like an off-white or as a brown. And looked from other sources. Yeah. Gulliman is Augustus, now kind of constant. Really, I think of Gulliman as Napoleon, right? Like, known best for his genius as an administrator, someone who is a true like commander and not like a conqueror like many others. Yeah, I associate Gulliman with Napoleon. Plus, he looks like Napoleon in a lot of the art. I don't know if I do want more gold. What do you guys think? Here, let me see if I can show you guys. Tell me if you think this guy needs more gold, less gold, or has an appropriate quantity of gold.
Do you want some light over the top?
Maybe. Let me see if I can tilt this down and show them.
Shine my cell phone light on it.
Oh, yeah, if you can give him your cell phone light, that might be, like, you want to shine your light facing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see. We can get it. Okay.
Focusing?
Yeah, no, this is good. All right, you can kind of see the shoulder pads right we got going on. Yeah, what do you think? Need more gold, less gold, too much gold? Not enough gold. It's Augustus. He's never a British company and would never give Napoleon a stature like that. Napoleon instruments, Morty Iron Guard. That's a good point. Dip him in gold. Yeah, right. Just turn him into a full Custodes. Just unapologetically pure custodian action. Yeah, no. I think his level of gold is good. I think we're gonna do a little bit of you know, maybe black and a hint of metallic gray in the joints. Let's see. I might use this actually off-white black in his joints, and we'll see how this looks. Off-white black. Paul, that didn't make any sense.
Lightened black?
Yeah, my slightly lightened black. That's what I meant.
All this talk about gold trim is only done when there's no more trim. Yeah, I would agree, but it's kind of like, are you going to follow the Dolly Parton like mantra, which is, what is it?
What is her
It's not
mantra?
cheap. It's not easy looking this cheap.
Mm.
Something, or it ain't cheap to look this cheap or something. Or the Coco Chanel who says that you should like remove the last accessory that you put on. You should remove because less is better.
Yeah, no, I think with gold, less is more. Less is definitely more. Yeah, I think that this was black.
So, if you love Warhammer but you don't paint minis, then what do you do? Like, can you play the game? Like, I'm
Do you
looking at
just-
like Lord Karmasar saying that I can't give any advice. I'm terrible at this stuff. Do you paint?
Do you just read
Or
the books
Do you
and
just
like?
yeah, or do you pay somebody to paint your minis? Can you buy pre-painted minis?
Yeah. Oh, you can't buy pre-painted minis, but you can definitely pay someone to paint your army. Or can you? Can you buy like read the books is what Kaylin says. All right, we gotta paint.
God.
I know this level of detail.
God, the trim. This is.
Yeah, this is like every time I've painted 2 minis, and every time I get more and more respect for the really, really good mini painters. I'm just like, oh, you guys are on like another level. I get it. Even just people who have like painted armies generally, I'm just like, oh my god.
300 of the books. Dang.
Wow. I didn't know there were 300 books.
Yeah, and that makes sense that Fiverr offers painters. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Fiverr's.
take things on Fiverr.
Yeah, no, Fiverr's great. Okay, let's see. Do I want to do this joint? Man, this looks like it's going to take a lot of precision. It's just like a tiny, thin line detail.
There's plenty of people who play with gray plastic armies. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was commenting to Paul that like clearly there is like such a long history of like painting armies. Like, just I think of do you remember we were in a museum in Morocco and they had like
Oh, yeah.
it was like an old embassy that had been turned into a museum. They had like entire rooms filled with like battle
Yeah.
recreations.
An old friend of mine paid for her wedding by painting over 700 Space Marines on commission.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's smart.
That's some genius level move, yeah. Let's see. We're just gonna do black on the inside of his jetpack because obviously they're recessed and I don't want to drill them out, but just give them a little bit of recessed, just a little bit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Split the recesses, a little more of recesses. Oh, yeah, there's 2 other little points here. All right, see you, Galactic. Thanks for coming by, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, okay, we'll just do this one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, see this little gap right there? I got a dab. You're like, Paul, this entire mini is gaps of tiny areas.
Yeah.
I don't know which one specifically you're pointing at.
All right, I've decided that pink and yellow looks like elementary, so I'm going to go with pink, gold, and silver. So I'm going to repaint all of my yellow gold.
Are you interested in the paintwork your fans do? Dude, if you have if you have work, like tag me on Instagram, dude. I totally want to see what you guys do. Especially if you've done like a Black Templar or a Grey Knight recently. If I considered starting a Discord Ashlar, I am really close to starting a Discord actually. Yeah. It's gonna be actually probably a combined Discord for both channels. Cursed Knight. So these are non-Warhammer. These are non-Games Workshop minis. I'm just having fun. So I did my first mini from these guys as a Black Templar. This guy I'm doing as a Grey Knight. So yeah, we're just kind of mixing it up, doing all sorts of different stuff. I'm just having fun, right? Getting good at painting, getting good at painting.
Paul has to be good at everything he does.
Yeah, it's actually like sort of a problem for my life, more generally.
I would agree.
Incapable of accepting mediocrity. Here's the thing.
Paul is obsessive, if you guys hadn't noticed. One day of the week should be showcase day. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Her Space Marine chapter is the Celestial Psychiatrist.
Okay. Tell me about them.
Yeah. Now I'm like, maybe I should add some blue because that's what makes me think Celestial.
Yeah, help her out. Give her some lore about this. So, who's their Primarch, right? who's their gene seed here? Good. Celestial Lion's successor. Okay, so that's a Celestial Lions are a Fulgrim chapter. Okay, so what's like their battle tactics?
Is that the Primarch, Celestial Lion?
Fulgrim. No, they would if they're a Celestial Lion successor, they'd be a Lionel Johnson chapter, right? Like, doesn't that's what makes sense to me. Okay. All right. Some of these look good, and some. Okay.
Fear tactics or psychological warfare, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, inspiring fear in their enemies, confusion, consternation. Loyalist world eaters is cursed. Oh, a Rogel Dorn. That makes sense. If it has to do with emotions, it would be Corvus Corax. Okay, so they're a Raven Guard gene seed. That would actually make sense. The Raven Guard are funny because they behave like ravens. They will literally they're obsessed with collecting other artifacts from the universe. They're famous for no one really knows exactly what the Raven Guard has, but they're pretty sure they have a bunch of shit they're not supposed to because they just keep finding things and picking at them. Yeah, I could see them being like Raven Guard, their main tactic is having gray hair, Celestial Lions are Son of Dorn. The only acceptable tactic to Fulgrim is being absolutely fabulous. Well, as you can see from this pink and gold Space Marine, I think we're right there.
That's right.
They once defeated a Chaos Army by resolving their daddy issues. I love it.
Oh my god, yes.
I love it. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Get them to just recognize the absurdity. Be like, oh.
I mean, clearly, if anybody's gonna have daddy issues, it's all of the people in Warhammer because, right, they're created by the Primarchs and part of the Oedipal complex is that you need to kill your daddy in order to get your mother's love, but there is no mother to get their love, so they're just always trying to kill their daddies.
You see what I mean? She's almost already resolved at least a third of Chaos Space Marines' issues. Right? They just need a little bit of insight as to why, and then you've got them.
But if there is no daddy, no, if there is no mommy, then whose love are you fighting for?
Yeah, right.
Unless the Emperor is intersex and can be daddy and mommy.
He probably can be, yeah. But like if you're a space marine, right, you have your Primarchs whose daddy is the Emperor, but then the Primarchs are the daddies of the space marines. So you have this daddy who's got his own, daddy issues. He's trying to work out. You see what I mean? It's
very complicated.
Yeah.
It's too complicated.
Amen to that. There is a mommy, I just can't remember her name. Gulliman probably is the best dad, and that's why the Ultramarines are like the only functional chapter, right? They don't turn into wolves. They don't, get consumed with bloodlust, right? They're not like Rogel Dorn, who just sort of torture themselves for amusement. The Ultramarines, the worst they have going is that they're a little religious, and yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, right? That's not a mental illness at all.
No, it's not. That's just a way to make meaning of the world. A very good coping skill.
Yeah, we're gonna
Space Marine is fabulous. Looks good with the gold now. Ooh, I'm gonna paint. Okay, I gotta say, just speaking of like phallic stuff, like, I don't know, can you guys is this just this resin? How do we make this work?
I try to block out the back of the camera. I feel like it focuses on it. But
the like chainmail hanging down between the legs, like clearly is phallic.
That's I think this particular set of miniatures. Like I've never seen
bad.
it
I'm having a hard time showing you. I think I'm gonna paint it gold, but it's like, why do they need that?
Yeah, I agree. It's unique to this design. The pink says Emperor's Children. Yeah, they are. The Emperor's Children are pretty vain. Okay, we're gonna try to do his visor, the interior part. Sounds like arming and equipping legion of emotionally unstable and stunted man children with world-ending weapons, then having a loose chain of command is a bad idea. That is the best summary of basically all of Warhammer 40K's problems I've ever heard. And frankly, a non-trivial number of like real-world armies that also sort of went haywire, I think also may have suffered from that problem.
Like George Bush starting the war in Afghanistan.
I mean, we can't prove that it wasn't a daddy issue, That's what should keep us all awake at night. Okay, let's see. I got to do this guy's visor with just a little bit of black, just to give him that.
Ooh, this painting gold looks good, guys. Oh my god. Just want to paint it gold.
I love gold.
I love gold. The mother of the Primarchs is a perpetual named Erda. What is a perpetual?
Perpetual is a human being who never dies. Okay.
Wait, there are humans in Warhammer?
Yeah, that's who the poor guard is. They're regular. Gold looks good. Try some custodies. Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Do I want any gold on the jetpack? No, I don't think so. Okay. Damn, this guy's looking actually pretty good. I can't decide if I may want gold trim on his boots just because that seems like it should be there. Right?
Gold dry brushing on the pink looks really good. Oh my god. Girl, you got it.
This is what this is nail art for guys. Let's just be honest about what we're doing here, right? This is nail art for guys, right? Precision, color.
And men paint their nails.
Yeah. But those men have to like have a level of like either security or like very supportive, I don't know, friends or whatever. Whereas in Warhammer, you can just be like, no. You see, it's cool because they're little space marines. So obviously, my obsession with painting them doesn't conflict with my self-image and masculinity at all. That's what I say.
The Emperor's, the Siglet suggested the Emperor give the Primarch sister to help mellow them out. He was nonplussed when the Emperor thought he was joking.
Yep, Malkador remains probably the guy who maybe would have been do a better job of running the Imperium, frankly. Yeah, Malkador the Siglet was like the Emperor's like best friend and confidant. And probably the only like genuinely good person in the Warhammer 40k universe. Goleman may also qualify as a good person. There may be one or two others, but I think they end up eaten by bugs. Yeah, there's gold on the boots. So there we go.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna, what color should I do with my backpack?
So it depends. I've seen people do backpacks where they are the same color as the rest of the Space Marine, and I've seen them do it where they are like a silver or a black. I think I'm gonna do mine as the same color, just because in lore, our friends the Grey Knights are exceptionally well equipped, and so I feel like they would have the backpacks that kind of match. Might give it a little. I don't want to overkill the gold.
I don't want it to be pink though. Can I do a wash? Will that make it?
You don't want it to be pink? Well, I would just.
I don't want the backpack to be pink.
No, I just paint over it, and then we can do a wash. A wash is really thin.
So it may not change the pink color?
No, we just darken it somewhat.
Okay.
Vulcan would kill you with hugs. Malkador might have actually been the real emperor, and the Golden Goblin was only figurehead created by him. That would be great. I actually like that theory.
That sounds like the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh. Backpack could be any color you want. Painting the same color can help keep a uniform appearance and speed the painting process. Yeah. 2 painted, just 68 more to go. Wait, is 70 the minimum figures that you need to play?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
What? So they have.
That's unfair.
Yeah, no. They have like different point sizes for armies. So they'll say, what is like I don't know, what's like a 150 point game? Oh, a 2,000 point army is the largest, right? That's like the epic clash, right? I don't know how I feel about having painted with masked gold. That's not the end of the world.
You can barely see it.
I have 80 Deathwing Terminators, but I have a problem. 200 points of AdMech is like 20 million. I spam infantry. Oh my god. 2,000 points of infantry would be like, I mean, how many models is that? In a 3,000 point game, take an entire day. Okay. All right, so I'm feeling good about this. All right, let's start doing these. Okay, so I'm gonna I want some leather. All right. Okay, so we got some leather brown.
Leather. Space Marines have leather. Not
Well,
where's leather come from? They're cows.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they're space cows. we're gonna treat these as 2K. Yeah, how much? So how many populace? Okay, so a 2,000 point army of Space Marines we've established is like 70, right? So what is an army of what is a 2,000 point army of Guard gonna look like? Human leather is pretty grimdark. Yeah, you're not wrong. But it's a renewable resource in the 40,000 millennium. I mean, you're already eating them, so it's only logical that you should.
Wait, they eat humans?
Yeah, they recycle some corpses into an edible food product.
Guys, this is not going to be a good movie. I don't know what to tell you. It's too dark.
I mean, they can gloss over the worst parts of it, I feel like that's classic movie making, right? I mean, didn't they do that with Lord of the Rings?
There are space sharks? Wait, is that a joke?
No, space sharks are there space sharks? Space sharks are also a chapter of Space Marine, right?
Yes, and I do want to acknowledge, Joel, yes, the Nazis used human skin, but I think that was, a
It sort of proves the point.
I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, don't want to go there. All right, I'm going to paint the backpack just for fun. I think I'm going to give it like,
I want this leather to be quite a bit darker than it is, so we're going to throw in a little bit of black.
I wish there was like a metallic blue.
There is.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. I think it's like wood shield blue in here. Soylent Green is Guardsman. Yeah, right.
Why does it keep deleting your comments?
Who's comments?
Proud Firebrand. I don't know. We're not touching the chat, so I'm not sure.
This looks more like a dark brown.
Human leather or human skin products are a thing in 40K, especially when it comes to chaos.
Well, yeah, chaos. Yeah, and of course they're gonna. Why wouldn't chaos just be really into that?
Okay. What did you say it was called?
I think Void Shield Blue is like their lightest blue, but there's several blues in there.
Ultramarine blue?
Ultramarine Blue is another great option, according to some.
Matte white. They spelled matte wrong.
I know, I saw that. Unless somebody holds like copyright on matte, so they're just like, it's matte white, get it?
No, there can't be copyright on the word matte.
I don't
It's a
know.
descriptor, like shiny, glossy matte. Oh, Void Shield Blue, found it.
There you go. Right? Does that look like? I don't know if it's a metallic,
I don't know if that's metallic.
but it's definitely like pretty vivid.
Yeah.
You have nothing but last guns out. 500 guardsmen for a 2,000 point game. Wow. That would be true and utter madness. I mean, painting 500 guardsmen, you'd have to just come up with some sort of like mass production method of laying them all out and just like priming them with like a sandblaster style painter, you know? It would be like pretty thankless.
Okay, I decided I'm gonna go with weapon bronze. I'm just gonna do pink and metallic.
Okay. I think that sounds like a good plan. Alright, another. the soul drinkers for bolt action and 200 Soviet riflemen. 200 riflemen. Jesus. Oh, the death core. Okay, they probably delete that word from the live chat, death, just because it can pretty easily be abused to like threaten people. But yeah, the DKOK guys. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Wait, is this the same? Or was weapon bronze gold?
No, gold is gold. There was a gold. There was like greedy gold.
Oh,
remember?
greedy gold.
What's
Looks like the same.
It does look very similar. Oh man.
But then Dreadlord shot wrote death. I don't know. YouTube mystery. Mystery.
Okay, all right. These leather like tassels actually looking pretty solid, right?
See?
Like you see, it dries and looks good once it dries. And then I'm gonna do the little dots in bronze probably, so it looks like brass leather, you know, like leather with brass studs. The phallic tassels.
Yeah, no, very detailed looking too. I like it. Yeah, the bronze is slightly deeper, reddish.
Hmm. Okay, let's see. Oh, death core or core, K to be different. Yeah, I know. I think the K core is a German spelling. Okay, just gotta do this one.
Gotta say, this like takes me back to like when I wasn't a big fan of like knitting. Like I would like to be creative in this way, but like the attention to detail is kind of tiring.
I definitely see
I
it.
just don't have it.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, it requires a certain personality type, I think. Hmm.
Got bronze on his head. Okay. I think I might have hit my limit.
Painting limit. I mean, we've been painting for an hour and a half. Like this is a long time, longer, almost 2 hours.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we did pretty good. Let's maybe we just real quick show the chat what we've got, and then we'll log it off. All right. Try to demo it a little bit. Sorry, I'm just.
No. Finish what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta say, guys, Paul's definitely looks better than mine.
Well, I have one
whole mini was worth
one whole mini's worth of additional experience, which counts for a lot, man. Because that mini was, a lot of mistakes. Mistakes were made. Okay, let's see. Let's show these guys what we got. Yeah, I'll try to do this. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm liking this gold. I think you're selling yourself short. Okay, here.
All right.
Let's show these off. Right. Let's actually here. You know what we'll do? We'll try to get the camera.
Okay.
Bring the camera
There we go.
to our Space Marines.
Do we more light above
Let's see.
lighting?
Yeah. Let's see what we can
Forward
do.
lighting.
Okay. So here's Jacqueline's. Right. There you go. There he is. Okay. I'm like, what? The camera's on. Yeah, see, he's got his grenade. I mean, I gotta say, I like these model designs a lot. Yeah, I like the fact that you did the tassels as like chainmail. I think that's a great touch.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, mistakes are good. I'm making a few. Right.
It's true. Mistakes are our teachers.
Yeah, but I know. I think he's good, man. I like the belt. Belt's looking good. I think it all looks good, man.
All right.
Okay, so then here's that's our celestial. What did we say? The celestial psychiatrists. I might get an email that a role as a commissar in a fan film called Hysteria. Okay, cool. You know me. I'm not about it. Yeah. So here's my Grey Knight. You can see the black is a little splotchy in there, but overall it's not too bad. I'm gonna paint the tassels there with Yeah. See, you got a wow, Jacqueline. Right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think there also might be the wow too. I agree. I was looking at the nipple armor. I was like, do you really like why?
Yeah, the nipple is a
Why
weird
is your
touch.
nipple showing through the armor?
I'm just
and like, do Space Marines have nipples?
Yeah, right. That would be completely vestigial. Yeah, thanks for the face. Yeah, Fulgrim would be proud, right? Pure vanity. All right, guys. Yeah. Well, we definitely thinned our paints. A wet palette we did not use, but again, I don't think we're painting in like long enough stretches to really warrant a wet palette.
What's a wet palette?
Wet palette is like these, but it's like on a spongy surface, so that's damp, so that the as the things evaporate, the paints are continuously rehydrated, so they don't dry out.
That's cool.
Yeah. Was the pink one a noise marine? Is that a thing? Does noise marines have crazy paint schemes? It's well, as we discussed, it's the celestial psychiatrists. The right, was that what it was? Celestial psychiatrists. What we said your custom chapter name was?
Yeah.
Yeah, celestial psychiatrists. You know. Yeah, they do. Yeah, actually, so the Spartans, you're not far off. They're sold by this Red Shark Minis on Etsy, and their brand name is like Sons of Spartania, I think. So they definitely.
Oh, is that why they have nipple face shield?
That's why they have the unique face shields. Yeah. Yeah, but again, you can see they're pretty strongly Space Marine proxies, and they look pretty good. The GW Noise Marine example is leopard print. Okay, yeah, so she's right. I mean, I think she's a little closer than leopard print, right? Oh, it's parchment paper on sponge is a wet.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
So you could just put a
palette.
piece of parchment paper on sponge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's that? Alright, it's cleaned up, and there we go. Yeah, last one. Space rifle, I say a chair across my car and ask them about their trauma. What was it like when you saw your first demon emerge from hell? Like Jacob's probably asked that question, though usually that's an indicator that they're experiencing some level of hallucination. Yeah.
Well, guys, it was a pleasure to paint with you.
Yeah, thanks for coming
I
by
wasn't
and hanging
expecting
out.
to enjoy it so much. See you guys in the future.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Thanks for coming out.
Okay. Learning a lot.
Yeah.